well, really as long as I can remember, I've always felt like I was in pursuit of something, whether that be sort of happiness or just fulfillment, and kind of manifested itself in, you know, when I finish my exams, or when I graduate, or when I get that job, or when I buy that house, or when I start the business, and all of these things. I just kept on looking for the next thing that was going to make me happy. And I kind of got to the stage of my life where I just crammed it full of stuff. You know, not necessarily just materialistic things, but relationships with people that I thought would make me happy, or you know, habits that I had. And my life was absolutely crammed full of stuff. And at the turn of this year, back in January, I kind of decided that actually this sort of pursuit of happiness was actually making me very miserable. And my GP had referred me to the Priory for treatment for anxiety and depression, and I was really, you know, at a real low. And I phoned up a friend of mine and said, do you still get to HTB? And he said, yeah, come along to St Paul's tonight. So I did, and there was somebody doing this Alpha talk then, much better than I'm doing it now. And I went home that night and signed up for the Alpha course. So I went on it a couple of weeks later. And I think I'd always sort of said that I was a Christian, but without ever having any experience of a Christian relationship, and certainly didn't live a Christian lifestyle, and actually didn't really feel like I wanted to, because I had a real issue with sort of, you know, being in control of my life, and you know, what happens if he makes me give up things that I don't want to give up. And about 3 or 4 weeks into the course, Jamie Hayth was speaking, and he said, you know, it's like a marriage, it's a relationship, and that really sort of struck a chord with me about the, you know, I'm not just handing over control to somebody, I'm in a relationship with somebody. And so I sort of said to God that night, I'm not ready to marry you, but you can at least have my number. And and so God and I kind of swapped numbers that night, and really from that moment on, my life changed completely. The very next day, I was 3 weeks into this anxiety and depression treatment at the Priory, and I went to see my therapist the next morning, and she said to me, 10 minutes into the session, she said, I don't need to see you anymore. And I said, well, you know, why? I've still got another sort of 3 months to go. And she said, I don't know what's happened, but your outlook and your responses are so completely different. There's nothing more I can do for you. And I said to her, well, I became a Christian last night, and fortunately she didn't section me. And since then, my whole outlook on life has completely changed. I love life for the first time, you know, and I love people. I'm absolutely bubbling over with love for people. I was saying to you earlier, I even thanked a traffic warden for giving me a ticket the other day, which, you know, being a Christian is going to become really expensive, because I used to actually, you know, dispute every single parking ticket I used to get. But no, it's been an amazing experience, and you know, if you are sort of sitting out there, you know, it might be the first time you've come to HTV today, but you know, you might want to have come last week and you didn't quite make it, but definitely give it a go. It doesn't matter what age you are, or you know, what background you come from. You know, it's for everybody, and I can't recommend it highly enough.
Thank you.